GGRC.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of GGRC. I'm RC, and this very uninterested ball of gray fur over here is Sushi. Also co-host, co-pilot, mascot, whatever you want him to be for GGRC. But today, we are checking out Flipping Death. Now, this is in my opinion, sort of an early for Halloween release, because the basis of this game is you play as a girl, a very strange and dark girl, very impulsive dark girl, who she ends up eating it, she passes away, and she ends up going to the afterlife and falls into the, it's sort of happenstance that she gets to temp for the Grim Reaper. She gets to temp for death for a little while he goes on vacation to the moon, by the way. So yeah, this game is a really cool, very interesting game. I'm really having a lot of fun with it so far. I've gotten up to chapter 3. I've finished the first 2 chapters so far, and this game is basically a point-and-click adventure, but done within a 2D skin. So it's a 2D platformer with lots of humor and lots of really strange ways to solve puzzles. So here, let's jump into it here. Now, normally I would be in the game already to kind of show off how it all works and everything, but I kind of wanted to show you guys something here. I'm going to hit continue. 2 reasons I want to show this off is because of how much silly speech they put into the loading screens here as the guy starts talking.
Was adjusting to her new, I don't want to say normal, so let's say employment, when she found her own body walking among the living, holding a creepy-looking skull in its hands. This, in a day full of unexpected developments, was the unexpected development to take the cake. Unwilling to let her body go on living without her inside it, Penny resolved to get to the bottom of what was happening. And while that involved a lot of clever problem-solving, it was all worth it, because her work culminated in her crashing a radical bike into a private biker club, which is always the sign of a plan proceeding well. There, Penny found her body. Unfortunately, she had also found that whoever was controlling it was quickly furthering their own sinister agenda. Spotting her body coercing the club owner into spilling the location of some important-sounding human bones, Penny was about to react. But before she could, she was spotted and attacked by a terrifying ghoul. The end. Thank you for playing.
So I like it because he describes everything that just happened, but did you see how long the loading is for this level?
Fine.
By the way, he keeps going.
In fact, it was just the beginning.
There we go. And finally, when he's done talking, it does load into the next level, but it takes a long time to load these levels. I was actually kind of taken aback by that. So here we are in chapter 3. He's sort of summed up everything that had happened already. But basically, here you go. This is Penny. As you can tell, the art style is very, very unique. You got this really cool, like, 2D, almost like paper craft type of look to it. And you really notice it with the characters. Sometimes the way they move and everything, they get really bendy and strange. It's almost like a Stretch Armstrong type of situation here. So yeah, in chapter 2, basically what had happened was there's this character that you had to bring out of a coma. And when you do bring her out of a coma, it's basically to get into this biker bar so that you could confront some kind of ghoul that has possessed Penny's real body. So Penny is currently in the afterworld, the afterlife world here. But unfortunately, a ghoul or something has taken over her body. So we need to get down to the bottom of why a ghoul has possessed her here. Alright, so we have a bunch of these little things to collect here. So these souls here that I'm collecting, this is what you use to actually possess bodies of people who are actually on Earth at the moment. Oh, we gotta make sure we get all these. If we don't, there we go. They give you these little time trials here. If you don't collect them all at once, you're gonna have to do it again. But the artwork in this reminds me of certain levels of Psychonauts. This game, excuse me, this game really feels like a game that would have been developed or published by Double Fine.
Who chained you? And why'd they have to jail you in the bottom of the ocean? What
What are you?
Like chance. Must like me.
So there we go. We have two quests right there. One of the quests, put out Vera's Fire, was actually given to us the last time we loaded the level. But we could talk to this person who's in change as much as we want. Must be free. And Penny usually has something smart-ass to say to most people. Alright, here we go. We gotta collect some more of these souls here. Oh, we do have another ghost to talk to over here, but we'll talk to him in just a moment. Oh, it looks like we have a crab that we can possess at one point, too. So, Penny's abilities consist of her being able to teleport around with the scythe that she got from Death. The jumping in this game, you know, for the amount of platforming you actually have to do, can be a little daunting sometimes because the jumping is a bit strange. You'll see here I'm actually holding the B button on the controller, and she just kind of keeps jumping around. And sometimes when you're trying to time your jumps right, it's very strange because they activate so easily that you're not quite sure whether you're going to make the next jump. But you do have these cool abilities, like you're able to teleport around with your scythe. So if you can't reach a certain area with your regular jump, you can jump way higher to get up to that area. Let's go talk to these ghosts over here.
Greetings. I am Captain Nemo.
Hi, I'm Penny. You're dead? I thought you were, fictional.
A useful misunderstanding that I must confess I encouraged. But yes, I am all too real. It's funny, I once met a mermaid. Something I too thought was fictional. So, I can imagine how you feel.
A mermaid?
Yes, and in that moment, I fell in love. And all I wanted to do was prove her reality.
It didn't work out, I take it.
No, sadly, it did not. 20,000 leagues under the sea, I encountered some of the challenges, which I now understand go hand in hand with homemade submarines built by an enthusiastic but inexperienced amateur. And, well, here I am. Observe, that button was for my torpedo launcher. Never did get to use it.
So we have to reunite Nemo and the mermaid. So it's the whole thing with this, you know, being a point-and-click adventure, you know, in spirit here, you're going to have to want to listen to characters and laugh, because a lot of the characters are going to be really silly, and they definitely have some really weird predicaments that you need to figure out, which I think are, it's really fitting of the game and the style of game, because a lot of times, you know, point-and-click adventures back in the day were always guilty of being the games where it's like, okay, I need to combine the bubblegum with a pail and a stick and, you know, a wig, and then that was gonna fool a guard so that way I could, you know, get past a gate. I'm completely making that up off the top of my head, but that's the way, you know, you solve puzzles back then. No, okay, so we have a crab here. So what happens is when you collect these souls and everything, you can actually use them to possess creatures, right? But I don't have any of the kind of soul that this one needs to actually possess him. We only have 25 of the bottom soul there, so we're going to have to probably start our possessing off with using some of those souls there. So anytime you can pause, you can see what you need to do. Put out Vera's Fire, break the chains, reunite Nemo and the mermaid, and you're going to find that you're going to have, at least what I saw in Chapter 2, you know, you're going to have like 4 or 5 things that you're taking care of at once, but they sort of all wrap up together in the end. You're also going to see down in the bottom right that you have challenges. These don't get any more specific than what they say here. You know, Fire Watch, Earning Your Wings, Judge, Jury, and Hexecutioner. They give you little clues, and I believe these challenges are what unlocks these cards that you can get throughout the game. I think they're called ghost cards, and they're basically just showcasing characters from the game that you can possess, which are kind of fun. They you know, it adds a little bit of replay value as well. Now, if you ever get stuck in the game, you also have the option of going to the hints menu. I've tried to avoid this as much as I could, but in Chapter 2 I did get stuck at a couple little places, and the hints menu is very subtle images to kind of give you an idea of what you need to do next, and it really helps out, and it doesn't really ruin the game either, because you only go so far as you feel like you need to, and the hints for things that you've already solved are actually already grayed out. It only keeps the hints that you're currently trying to get you know, solved, which is pretty good. There we go, we just collected a bunch of those regular souls there, so let's go possess this crab over here just for fun. We don't know how he's really going to play into the story yet. But once you possess the crab, look at this. You now...
Fun to do activities with pals.
The crab says it's fun to do activities with pals. And every thing that you possess brings you over to Earth Realm. And you can see here, you can still jump as a crab, which is really silly, because you can see how weird and floaty this stuff gets here, right? But every character also has abilities, so this crab can actually pinch, and you do that by just like moving around the right stick. So it looks like we have some bubbles here. It looks like if I do these, if I jump these bubbles correctly or the right way, I can. I was trying to see if I can get up to that submarine because he said there was a button for a torpedo up there. I didn't know what that was going to do, but we're gonna have to figure that out at some point. All right, we definitely can't go any further that way. That's the one thing that's also thrown me off here is that when you flip the world and the afterlife world, what's interesting is, you know, it completely reverses the way you were going before. So if you're going one way with Penny, you'll be going the opposite way with the character you just possessed. All right, so the crab cannot break the chains of this person here. It would seem. Crab can't really do much of anything yet, but at least we possessed him. We can come back to him. You can jump back to the other world at any point and come back to the crab later. One of the handy things too is that if you end up finding yourself way far across the map, you can actually go back to any character very easily by using a teleport. And so as you can teleport with the scythe like this, you can also hit A, and you can look at your map and you can see all the different characters along the way here that you have talked to or, you know, did something with at some point. So you can teleport over to the crab, you can teleport over to ghosts you talk to. So it's there's kind of a real nice, easy way of getting around. I can see that there's an exclamation point on the map here, so it's probably where we want to head first. So let's go do that, as we don't need to really teleport at the moment. Let's try to grab some more souls here so we have these ready for possession.
Chainsaw this, fools!
That's the mermaid, right? There we go, we're gonna possess her first. Alright.
I literally have nothing better to do than this right now!
What is her quirk? She's quirk around with the button, or with the stick, but I don't see really what she's doing. I guess she could dive out of the water? Oh, there's an anchor. Can I grab that? She kind of uses her hands a little bit, but she doesn't really do much with them. Let's keep swimming around here, see what we can do. The hanging UFO over there.
I literally have nothing better to do than this right now!
Now with the character too, what you can do is you can actually hit the top left button and you can read
wish I had a
minds.
chainsaw.
You're big into chainsaws, huh?
Don't judge me in a voice. Throughout history, we mermaids have lured sailors to their death with our seductive songs and dances. Well, is it so wrong to want to speed that process up with a 50-pound gas-powered symphony of saw and chain?
I never looked at chainsaws that way before.
Oh, I literally think about them all the time.
It's ridiculous.
Yes. Time to swing around my empty, visibly chainsaw-less hands.
So, it's quite obvious we need to find her a chainsaw, right? So, let's head back. Yeah, let's see if we could get a hold of one of those, shall we? Let's take a look at the map here. Okay, so we're past the area where we needed to be. Alright, here's some more of these things here. So let's collect these. Oop, we gotta teleport up. There we go. Wolf.
You are not the one Wolf waiting for.
Huh?
Wolf think you understand later.
That was weird.
Indeed. Even for this game. Who knows what the wolf is waiting for, or who he's waiting for, I guess is the question. That is the end of the map on that side there. Okay, we did not successfully collect all these souls, so let's see if we can do it this time. I thought maybe we did. Oh no, I must have missed that one. Alright, let's try this again then. collect them all. There we go. Even more of them. Let's see, collect even more of these souls here. Okay. So the exclamation mark is over here. Pretty much right where we're standing. I don't know if we need to climb or what's going on here. There is a ghoul up here, which we probably want to avoid if we can. If we get hit by any angry dudes, they're going to take away our souls, which we'll have to just recollect. More of a penalty than anything. I haven't actually died in this game yet. I don't know if you run out of souls if you die or not, but the big ghoul up there that just hit us, that's actually the ghoul that is currently possessing Penny's real body. So let's see here. Where do we want to go? We haven't checked and explored up here yet. So let's do that. And let's check out the map. Alright, so we got a couple new people here that we can possess, so let's take a look.
You need chainsaws! Waterproof chainsaws!
Aha! Here are the chainsaws.
Chainsaws so good they'll cut through the thickest chains!
So we gotta take this
And
guy
also
over.
trees. Both, probably!
And controlling these guys is really... It's really wonky. It's really silly and weird. And we gotta get this thing up the hill. That's the only way we're gonna be able to get this over to the mermaid. Look at this, the thing's wheels is trying to go up there. Super annoying.
What am I doing? You're not a tree!
Go. Get up there. Get over the hill. There we go. There we go. We hit the cutscene, chainsaws in the water, and we can leave this guy because I'm pretty sure that he served his purpose here. He's probably gonna go see what happened to his chainsaws, but for now, we can go chat with the mermaid and get her a chainsaw. Alright, where are they? Here we go.
I Chan came, I chain saw, and I chain conquered!
Perfect.
Looks like you've got a one-way ticket to Saudi Arabia!
Get that saw on the chains. Come here. There we go. So he's still wonky. Control's a little wonky, but it's part of the charm of this game. Alright, so we definitely can't open this. So we gotta figure out a way to open that wall because the mermaid with the chainsaw, since she opened up that chained area, it's obvious she's gonna have to be the one to get over to the chained person and saw that in half. So we need to figure out how to get that open. Now, one of the things I do find a little annoying about this game is that if you possess a character and you get them to the part where you need them, and you know that you need to go unlock another part before you can do the next part, the character will sometimes, well, not sometimes, I should say, like, probably 90% of the time, run all the way back to where you first found them. And I find that to be pretty annoying because I'm like, I spent all that time getting you over to, you know, where I needed you to be, and then you just kind of ran all the way back, so I find it to be a little annoying. I'm actually possessing this guy again because I want to read his mind, see what he says.
Thanks, inner monologue. I've recently confronted the toxic ideas I had around masculinity and fashion, and instead, I have developed a really healthy self-image.
Glad to hear it, my man.
Just absolute silliness all the time. So, yeah, as I was stating earlier, you know, this game really reminds me of, like, Psychonauts and games that Double Fine would do. Double Fine known for, you know, their silliness and humor and everything like that. And this game is no different from that. I'm actually really surprised that it's not published by Double Fine in some way, because this feels like a game that would totally fit, you know, on their bill of being published or developed by or something like that. So, let's continue on. We got someone to possess here. Alright, so this guy's really scared watching horror movies. Okay, so he could put out fires. And he could leave here. So we need to find Vera's fire wherever that is supposed to be. And this is what we're going to do to be able to... it's what we're going to use to be able to put out that fire, I'm assuming. It's a little on the nose, but hey. Alright, am I even going the right way? I'm heading to the water. Yeah, we want to head the other way.
The real terror is a fire not being fought. Luckily, I have never experienced that terror due to being a successful fireman.
And of course, you could jump into cars as well. And the car, look at the way this thing drives, is absolutely ridiculous. We'll come back to that though. Alright, let's take a look here. We have people to talk to up there, so let's head up there. And hit Y, take the weird elevator thing up here.
I gotta try these new jumpers out!
Alright, so this girl was in a previous chapter here, and she uses her teeth on everything. She'll, like, bite people and everything like that. This magician is new, though.
I haven't forgotten you. I will be back within your terrifying clutches as soon as I...
Send him to the next area. Yeah, let's look at the map one more time. There's gonna be someone over here, it looks like.
Oh, alley-o! Oh!
Perhaps it was in the doctor's office? Yep, it was the doctor.
Ah! Oh, please, no!
So what's funny is you could just...
Fire extinguisher and foam, sharks!
What's funny is you can go in and you can really make people angry by following them around and you know, spraying them with your stuff or hitting them or whatever it is that your character does. You can really irritate people. And like the doctor there, you can see he was actually running away from us. Alright, I'm trying to figure out where Vera is supposed to be. Let's see, we got the policeman.
Legs! What the heck? I was watching a scary movie! Don't whip out on me now!
Nothing.
Ah!
No, begone apparition. Help me. No.
This guy was arrested previously in Chapter 1 for doing some illicit things. Some very terrible things, actually. That's one of the other things I do like about this game, though, is that all the characters that you've seen so far have been used over and over and over again, which is really awesome. And it's one of those things where they could keep reusing the assets, you know, and just come up with more creative ways for you to. Oh, here we go.
Looks like it's time to
Put that fire out?
Well,
Let's just not put the fire out. Come on, put it out.
hey, nobody was using this fire, right? Yep.
Remember that you can press A to bring up the map and teleport to characters, which I definitely know. I put out that fire, though. I don't know if that's actually helpful. But yeah, it makes it so the developers can be a little bit more creative with like all the different characters that are available, being able to reuse them throughout all the levels, which I think is really, really cool. We're going to jump back over to Penny here, and we are going to possess the ice cream guy, because he's actually pretty funny, too. Let's take a look here first, though. Okay, so we do have a couple of exclamation points there as well, so just below us, those two houses. Oh, we got another ghost.
Ho ho! Oh no! I dressed up as Santa to surprise my little girl, which was brilliant.
That's true.
But I climbed down a chimney to surprise her even more, and then I got stuck. And then I died, which was admittedly less brilliant.
That's also true.
My gross spot and delightful final gift is still stuck in that, I'll say it, surprisingly tight chimney. Can you deliver it to her? Her name's Jenny, and she's the greatest. Big fan of bikes.
I can help you, creepy Santa ghost. It's kind of what I do.
Thank you. It turns out that Jenny was also a big fan of not having her dad getting stuck in a chimney until he dies, but what can you do? Hindsight's 20/20.
Alright, so we already put out the fire, so that there's that. We gotta figure out how to get the actual toy down. Oh, okay. So we got this weird creature here. And what we got to do here, this is sort of like the time trials. They only put so many of these in a level. You just run away from it until it explodes, and then you get the souls for it. So that's really all there is to that one. Let's possess the ice cream guy. I don't know how helpful he's actually going to be, but we'll see. So his quirk around is that he can stick his ice cream around in different areas. Very weird guy. This guy kind of walks around, he talks about how much he likes ice cream and how he can name different flavors and stuff like that. Yeah. Let's see. There's another character down there we never did find. I feel like we're gonna need some suction or something like that to get that stuff down, but I'm not entirely sure. And just because a character exists on this level doesn't mean you're always gonna use it. The evil ice cream is taking over my legs. Oh yeah, that's right, we had the doctor in there. Okay, so we might as well possess him now that we're by him. Oh, so he's an important one. We had to use the big souls to get him.
I don't know why my legs have a mind of their own, but I like
this one's got the defibrillator, so probably going to be having to bring somebody back to life or something.
Hey, whoa!
Pretty interesting. Though we haven't found that yet, so I'll just leave him be for now. Alright, where else are we heading to? We have quite a few people to talk to over there, so let's go that way. Going the right way? Yeah, we're here. Here we go.
We need 5 minutes without being pulled out of this.
Oh wow, this guy's gonna take all 20 of our big souls here that we collected earlier.
Oh no.
A long line of magicians and it ends like this? With me? A washed-up magician who can't even pull a rabbit out of his hat?
Hocus seems to be an abusive jerk, Hocus.
You take that back, subconscious!
Well, am I wrong?
No, but Hocus gets mad when I think forbidden thoughts.
All right, man, we are gonna fix him, but good.
Oh no. You do.
A new magic trick!
What?
Am I doing this?
What?
Whoa!
Alright, we're gonna jump back here. I'm gonna possess the rabbit.
This doesn't bother me at all.
I think the rabbit has like such a deep voice. It's pretty ridiculous. Is he able to jump high enough to get up on the house? Is that what we need to do here? Might be. I did see a fire right over there too. We might need to take the firefighter over to that.
I gotta try these new jumpers out.
So that's how this game works though. It's a lot of trial and error. There we go. There's some more fire there too. And it's a lot of discovery. So it's a game where every level you're probably going to be spending, you know, about an hour on it, trying to figure everything out. Possibly longer if you're having a hard time with it, you know. That then dems the brakes. Just how these types of games work. But what I will say about it though is I'm having a lot of fun with it. I love the humor. I love the characters. I love how silly everything is. It's just like really, really cool. How are we supposed to get up there? I just have absolutely no idea. Alright, who haven't we done here yet? Let's teleport down here. Let's check out this place here.
See, this is why people don't like the police. They're always arresting you and
This wasn't a real tongue.
That's right, I forgot. This guy basically just uses his tongue.
This is where you belong, you murderer.
What are you, my conscience? You're a little late, kiddo.
I can see that.
It's just crazy.
I regret the following.
I regret the following things. Nothing. Alright, there is some kind of monster creature up there. So in every level so far, there has been a monster that will chase you around, and you gotta lead the monster to, like, a big hand. Oh, get out of here. There we go. And the big hand will crush the monster and give you extra souls and stuff to use, or it's gonna be an item that you're gonna use at some point as well. So I gotta find out where the hand is at and lead that thing over to it. Oh, that's the ghoul. We don't want anything to do with that guy. Oh, come on. Jumps are not working for me. Okay, there's the doctor. We already possessed him. So let's jump back out. Alright, so this is probably the situation where... actually, we want to go back to the firefighter, right? Oh, there's the hand. Okay. Oh, but there's the ghoul. I don't know how to deal with the ghoul. Spooky. Let's head back to the firefighter here, and there were some fires he had to put out, so
Terra Lady 17,
let's
I
get him
haven't
back out
forgotten
here.
you. I will be back within your terrifying clutches.
And let's get
as soon as I
him
figure out why my legs are
finding
making me
these
run
fires that I
away.
saw earlier. I think there's one right here as we go up. Yep, so he's gonna drop down there. Nope, didn't make it. Like I said, platforming in this is a little wonky. Something to get used to, for sure.
I got braces in my face.
Jesus, still not making that. I'm gonna go see if I can get the second one that I saw, which I believe is just above here.
Wait, what the heck? I was watching a scary movie. Don't whip that on me now. Ariel. Oh.
Trying here. Not quite working though. Is that a fish? Where'd that fish come from? No idea. There we go. Oh, I see. It's part of the challenge's fire watch. Okay. So there's 3 other fires to, or 2 other fires rather, to put out. Oh, don't die. But trying to get these fires with the fire extinguishers, like, so insane. Look at this. Ridiculous. Alright, so I'm a little stumped as to where I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to do here. So let's actually go to the hints section here. You see there's only 6 hints, so there really isn't a whole lot to do this level, but it's all about figuring it out. Alright, so we need to get that monster to where it's going. Okay, which we were sort of already on the way to. So let's do that. Okay, so there's the hand. And that ghoul is just gonna constantly come after me, it would seem. Okay. Let's go get that weird, I think it's a gumball machine, it looks like. Okay, it's gonna come down. Don't want to get too close to it, because it will do a number. There we go. Okay, that's all we had to do. We just gotta keep running from this thing. Oop, not what I meant to do. They are just eating me alive here. Okay, I can't get away. Can't get away, guys. Well, at least now I know I can't die. That's good. Alright, there's the monster. Boom. So more of a minor annoyance, I guess you could say. Alright, so that monster is now stuck there. It's been pulled over to the Earth realm. And now we gotta find someone to to possess that we can actually use with the gumball there. I'm assuming it's gonna be the girl because she's got the chomper. She could, I'm assuming, chew bubblegum. I think that's probably what she wants to do. Oh god, not this guy again. I need to find some souls. Where is the little girl at? Okay, she is just up here. So let's collect some souls. Let's possess her. Let's go chew some bubblegum. There she is. How many we need? 12. We got enough.
I got braces in my face.
Alright, so the bubblegum is over here, right?
Until the flavor wears off.
So you can see for her ability here is just to like chomp and chew, which is really silly. Alright, where was the bubblegum at? Not seeing it right now. It's up over here? There it is. Okay.
Oh, dear, sweet, merciful Lord of Chewing, I am your vessel, and through my chomps shall your chewing work be done.
She takes this very seriously.
Time to chew? Can do.
Tita can now fly by blowing bubbles with B, and you can pop the bubble with ZR.
Comes the only food that's also a toy. This is the best day of my life.
Alright, we need to get her... Whoops, not what I meant to do. Not at all what I meant to do. Where did she go? She's still down there? There she is. Okay, good. She didn't go back. So her, I think we need to get to the top of the Santa house. Oh, there's a bird. That bird you could possess too. The bird actually poops on people. Which is pretty hilarious. We land here. Okay. Controlling this bubble blowing is like... it's ridiculous. Stupid bird. Oh, you stupid bird. Get out of my way. I'm blowing bubbles over here. Alright, we're up on the doctor's area here. Let's head over to the Santa house. And we could probably take this over to that house.
Hey, look! It's Santa! And toys! I love toys! That's right, I can have interest outside of biting and chewing.
There we go.
Puppy! I love you, Puppy! I'm so happy I could scream everything! And I will never leave you or even bite you, which is a big thing coming from me!
It's pretty great. I love it. Oh, this is her new ability, by the way. Her new ability now is that she screams with this puppy. Oh my god. Ridiculous. Alright, so we did that. And we still gotta reunite Nemo and the mermaid. We gotta break those chains. We gotta put out the fire. Alright, so if we go back here, we go to the map. What are we looking at for exclamation marks? Still somebody we haven't been able to get up to over there because of the ghoul. I don't know if that's something we can do or not. There is something else to possess down here by the crab. Oh, it's whoever's in the chains, I think. That must be who it is. Alright, let's teleport over to Vera and see how we can put out the flames. There's the firefighter.
Where's my Terra?
It can't be a coincidence, right, that the firefighter is literally like right here where Vera is at. So I feel like that has to have something to do with what's going on. But you can see now, hints 1, 2, and 6 are now all gone. because we've taken care of all of those. So there's only 3 hints left here. Let's see what they are. So she needs to show up with the puppy and scare the crap out of the fireman. Okay, that's actually really funny because he's watching the horror movie. I love that. All right, let's go find her again. And this is where the teleporting actually comes in handy here. Let's go to her. And let's head to the fireman. I love that. So silly. That, like, her ability is to scream, and that's how she's gonna scare the fireman. It's, like, so silly. And, okay, we got a little ways to go. A couple more elevators here. Gotta wait for that elevator. Alright, and then one more down, right? Still waiting to see what the magician and the rabbit are gonna play into all this, though. That's where I haven't put it together in my head. Alright, here we go.
The Scary Lady series, and I will argue with any fools on the internet. Terror Lady! She found me! I don't know how she did it, but she found me!
So ridiculous.
Dang it! I'm only trying to fight fires, not scary nightmare women! Holy crap! Terror Lady is real! I gotta get out of here before my heart figuratively explodes and literally just stops beating! Which, no less dramatic, would actually kill me!
See, this is great. Like, if I had paid more attention, you could actually see that the character on the screen looks a lot like the little girl when she's burnt or covered in soot, you know what I mean? So, alright, so we got him scared to death. Pretty much. Oh, there we go. Nope.
Ah, dang it! Here we go. I knew the risks, and I faced the consequences without regret. Oh man, no way! I get to be a ghost and a fireman? This is great! I'm literally invincible to fire now. My firefight is gonna be so much more effective. This is the job I was born and then died to do.
Thank you, young man. Vera can finally complete a thought without being distracted by the incredible searing pain coming from her burning head.
All in a day's work, Vera.
Say, you are pretty young. A bit too young to die, aren't you? Hey, lady, can't you help him? His corpse is real fresh. Bring him back to life, yeah?
Is that something we could do? We put out our fire. Supposedly we could oh, right, we gotta go to the doctor. Okay, I got this one. No need to look up hints. I got this one covered. And I don't need to jump over to him. I can just go to him. Teleport. Possess. Alright, dude.
I don't know why my legs have a mind of their own, but I like what they're thinking.
Let's go revive the fireman, shall we? Okay, police. And... oh wow, I went the complete wrong way. Turned around. Because of the whole, like, you know, going from the afterworld to, or the afterlife world to this, so... oh, there goes the soot girl. She's heading back home because her job is done.
Defibrillator! Now, who here looks a little too fibrillated?
Let's just take this all the way back. I can't believe we got turned around like that. Went the complete wrong way the whole time. And everything this level plays around the firefighters are really silly. Alright, up you go.
I don't know why my legs have a mind of their own, but I like what they're thinking.
I do like the silly trumpet music they have in this too. It's very fitting.
And ta-da! Ta-da!
Trying to zap the rabbit. Not gonna happen though. Alright, that's the church. Here we go. Here's the firefighter house.
Hey, whoa! Finally! My defibrillator was actually used for its intended purpose.
Who would have
This
thought?
truly is a great day for medicine.
Uh-oh, I feel like I'm dying in reverse. It's actually pretty pleasant.
Thank me later.
Hey, I did all the work.
Lou, seriously, how many times have I told you not to watch horror movies while having a heart condition?
Several.
And what have we learned?
To listen to my doctor, even though he seems wildly flippant with dangerous hospital equipment.
You're welcome.
So, are you feeling better, Vera? More able to complete a thought?
Vera feels great, girlie. So great, in fact, that it's time for her to move on to Witch Nirvana. But first, I give you a gift.
What am I supposed to do with an old stinky hat?
It knows the way to the blacksmith.
But how? What am I supposed to do with it?
What? Anyway, I gotta go now. Later, haters.
Alright, so we still got to break the chains, reunite Nemo and the mermaid,
Not again!
and we got to get the hat. Alright, so we still got quite a bit to do here. But honestly, guys, even with a few more things I have to do here, let's see, what do the hints look like? No, it's still at 6 hints. What do we want to do here? What's hint 4? Let's just go to it. Okay, so he's got to zap the rabbit, which I kind of figured we had to do at one point.
Minutes, love it. Where you going, idiot? We're a team.
This area definitely could use some sprucing up.
Weird. What?
What is this trickery? A long line of magicians and
Going, idiot.
Yeah, he's got to zap the rabbit, but I'm not sure how this is supposed to work exactly. You can see the... Thunderstorm?
For my next trick, I'm...
Nice try, Hocus. But we're together till the end.
Alright, so was there some lightning or something somewhere that I could use to get this guy? 'Cause I gotta zap the rabbit, but I don't see anything super obvious. Now let's drive the car. Woo! There's another fire. Be an easy one to put out, I think. Okay, we can jump out here. I don't think that's gonna do
Maybe
anything
there's a
here.
nicer animal pal over here?
Does say there's unicorns. Oh yeah, Animal Pal. Didn't he say that there was a wolf? Okay, I think I know what I gotta do here. Let's try this. Let's go back. And if we jump out of the car, the magician should go back to where he's supposed to. We'll try this. If this doesn't work, we might call it for the video here. Because I think you guys kind of get the point of how this game definitely works.
We're a team until hell freezes over.
Let's see.
Huh. Maybe there's a nicer animal pal over here?
Alright, let me jump back here. And I want to go to the doctor. Oop. Wrong button.
When all you have is a defibrillator, all your problems look surprisingly shockable!
So what I want to do here is I think I want to shock the magician and then change to the magician and then zap the rabbit.
Sounds like both promised we'd try harder.
Maybe not.
Maybe there's a nicer animal pal over here?
Back off.
By itself?
Where you
We're still just shooting sparks here. Well, it was worth a try at least. But regardless, guys, that is Flipping Death. I think that this is a great little game. It's one of those games that's, in my opinion, it's a little hard to show off in a quick format like this, because I think this gives you an excellent idea of what the game is all about. But because the game is full of trial and error, and it's full of trying ideas and seeing if they work and seeing if they don't work and that kind of thing, and experimenting and whatnot. It's one of those games that's hard to play through in like a half hour and really get, sort of like a full idea around, But I think you guys get a good idea of like what the core gameplay is with it. And I think that it has really fun gameplay. I think that the characters are great. I love the silly story. And this just feels like a nice early, like, humorous Halloween game that they put out for us to play. So I'm actually having a great time with this, and I definitely recommend checking it out for anybody who's a point-and-click adventure fan, or a fan of Double Fine type games, that kind of thing. But regardless, everybody, GG, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to me here on YouTube, like the video, and of course check me out on Steam at my Steam group, because I'm trying to get that, the member base up for that, up a little bit, we'll say. But regardless, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time.
GRC.